Advice for senior men: be inventive. Now with octogenarian status, I'm convinced that a sense of humor is essential as we age. Like Mark Twain, Henrik Ibsen, the Norwegian playwright, was a humorist. When you think of Ibsen, you associate him with the likes of Martin and Lewis, Abbott and Costello, Stephen Harper, and Paul Martin with a tinge of Woody Allen on the side. His plays crack me up, which is not an easy feat for Scandinavians, given the long, cold winters that adversely affect their sense of merriment. A Doll's House is a scathing criticism of the traditional roles of men and women in Victorian marriage. Ghosts, yet another scathing commentary on Victorian morality. Hedda Gabler, the same. Ibsen loved to scathe. Scathing like cross-country skiing is big in Norway. Ibsen wrote other light-hearted pieces such as An Enemy of the People and The Wild Duck, the story of Gregers Worrell, a young man who returns to his hometown after an extended exile, reunited with his boyhood friend, Hjalmar Ekdal. The names alone crack one up. Have you ever talked to someone named Gregers or Hjalmar? The closest we come to names like that is watching downhill skiers at the Olympics. I saw The Wild Duck in Toronto. It's another funny drama about things falling apart. In Ibsen plays, things fall apart like in that amusing poem by Yeats. His plays are one of those infuriating piñatas with millions of pieces inside that mess up everything below when they get whacked open by little Latino children at exuberant birthday parties. In The Wild Duck, one character, the husband, says that he's working on an invention that will solve his monetary problems. IISHI's wife buys into this. We never see him working on anything specific. It's obvious that an inventor requires an inordinate amount of unhurried time to mull over various problems. His wife performs the work around the house while the daughter cheers the father on. Some families are to be admired as they rally to assist creative men. If male retirees are with me in Ibsen, we trust that a light bulb has suddenly brightened the dark recesses of your collective heads. Yes, it's time to become inventors. No, not the Thomas Edison type who invented the light bulb and a host of other gadgets. That's too ambitious and requires a lot of fancy equipment. Keep it simple. Be content to mull. It's important to note that creativity requires optimum conditions. Mulling is relaxing. Most inventions arrive unexpectedly, not hurried or forced like fast food. Do you want to discover penicillin? Let things sit overnight. My experience is that a glass of wine and some soft music are conducive to mulling. Long, warm showers, sunsets, and more wine are also helpful. Some Greek fellow discovered his invention while in a bathtub. So, take a warm bath. Ask your spouse to fetch you a glass of wine. Red or white. It doesn't matter. I know what you are thinking. The missus will not like this invention game, but how can she complain? The world needs inventions, and you cannot be rushed. If she has the audacity to ask what you are trying to invent, you might choose from a few of my favorites. World peace is good. Who can oppose world peace? Look what outstanding leaders like George Bush did to promote world peace. Don't try to invent weapons of mass destruction. George already accomplished that. Instead, try to invent something that prevents snoring. What wife in her right mind will ignore that worthy cause? Here's another suggestion. Tell her you are working on a phaser type of device as in Star Trek that one could use on boring people who never stop talking. What a boon to humanity that would be. Another worthwhile project to consider would be clothes that adjust incrementally to your developing figure or body shape. Goodbye to shame and guilt, even if you have been raised as a strict Catholic. I wish somebody would invent a cigarette that's not habit-forming or cancer-causing. Cigarettes help keep your hands busy. Often, I don't know where to put my hands. As I age, my hair is thinning, so I can't run my fingers through it, and at a dinner party, you are not supposed to fondle your ears or nose. I'm sure that Ibsen has probably written another comedy about that. Aging with Humor by the Retirement Coach is a YouTube video channel that takes a light look at life for the plus 50 set. I retired at age 54. That was 26 years ago. I have been writing popular retirement humor newspaper columns ever since. I also record Retirement Coach podcasts. As we age, the best way to cope is with a daily dose of humor. Thanks for watching.